What if justice and revenge looked exactly the same? What if 30 seconds of gunfire could turn ordinary men into legends and divide a town forever? Hi, I'm Chris. This is Crime Through Time with Chris. Every week we dig into the crimes, the chaos and the moments that changed history. So before we draw our 6 shooters, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell, because tonight we're moseying along to Tombstone, Arizona, 1881. A silver boomtown where the law wore a badge, but so did the killers. Tombstone, a frontier city of promise and corruption. Saloons lined the streets, miners struck it rich by day and lost it all by night. But beneath the laughter and the liquor, a feud was brewing between the Earp brothers, Wyatt, Virgil and Morgan, and a gang of rough-riding cowboys led by Ike and Billy Clanton, Tom and Frank McClary, and Billy Claiborne. The Earps claimed to bring law and order. The Cowboys claimed to be free men of the frontier. Both sides carried guns and rather too much pride. On the morning of October 26, 1881, the tension finally cracked. Ike Clanton, drunk and raging, threatened to kill the Earps. By afternoon, his gang was armed again, waiting near the narrow alley behind the OK Corral. Yeah, that's right. Despite what you may have seen in the movies, this particular episode neither took place inside or even all that close to the famous corral. Want to know why Hollywood misled you? Well, ask yourself. Would you go see a film called Gunfight at the Vacant Lot on Fremont Street? 3 Earps and 1 gambler, Doc Holliday, walked down Fremont Street toward them. Wyatt later said he felt calm, like time had slowed. Virgil Earp, the city marshal, called out, "Throw up your hands, I want your guns." No one did. Then, chaos. 30 bullets in 30 seconds, gunfire so close it filled the air with dust and blood. When the smoke cleared, Tom and Frank McClary and Billy Clanton were dead. Virgil and Morgan Earp were wounded. Holliday was grazed. Wyatt, untouched, stood staring through the gun smoke. Ike Clanton and the other Billy had fled before the first bullet was even fired. The West would never forget that half-minute of fury. But what was it really? Justice served, or revenge disguised as law? The Earps were charged with murder. A long hearing followed. The town split in 2. In the end, a judge declared they'd acted within the law. But the Cowboys struck back, ambushing the Earps, killing Morgan and wounding Virgil. Wyatt answered with his own bloody campaign, the Vendetta Ride, hunting the men he blamed until none were left standing. And what did the good folks of Tombstone make of all this? You would think they might hail the Earps as their heroes for driving out the outlaws. But you'd be wrong. Public opinion was actually very divided over the matter, especially after Cochise County Sheriff Johnny Behan testified in court that he witnessed the Cowboys try to surrender peacefully. Mind you, he did have a bit of his own axe to grind with the Earps, as Wyatt's common-law wife Josephine Earp actually lived with Behan for 2 years, but left after finding him in bed with another woman. The gunfight at the OK Corral wasn't the biggest shootout in the Wild West, but it became its beating heart. A story of courage, chaos, and consequence, where no one wore pure white or black. Just men, dust, and a heartbeat between order and oblivion. If you enjoyed this ride into the raw truth of the frontier, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon, because there are more crimes, mysteries, and moments waiting in the shadows of time. I'm Chris, and this was Crime Through Time.